Marco, how many texts have you sent in the last couple of days?
At least 100. I'm really.
Have you been getting your family and friends involved?
Yeah, my mom, she's been telling a lot of her sisters and her brothers, and a lot of our family's been contacting me about it, so it's a pretty big deal with my mom.
Do you have unlimited texting?
Yes.
How about you, Ryan? 6 touchdowns.
Yeah, I got quite a few calls from family like DeMarco. I think that's the biggest thing is the people that you care about when they get a hold of you, and it's nice to see.
Brian, you obviously had a couple pretty good weeks. 9 touchdowns, 1 interception. What are you seeing differently? What's been the difference for you?
You know, I think the all-around play of our offense has stepped up. I think even despite the stats, I think our running game really picked up this last game. I think there were a couple of plays, some lost yardage plays that took the stats down, but I thought as a group we ran the ball better, and that helped us out in the passing game against Colorado State. I think the line's doing a tremendous job. Coach Funk's been working those guys real hard, and the leaders they got up front, and Peter and Trask, are really pushing that group to their potential, and I think they'll continue to get better.
Ryan, there was a play in Colorado State. You threw the touchdown, and you ran up to the Colorado State defender. What was that all about?
You know, I mean, obviously, in the heat of the battle, you can your emotions get the best of you sometimes. And Nico Sandifer was running down to celebrate, and he knocked it from behind, gave him a little cheap shot. So, you know, I lost my composure. I let it get the best of me, and you know, I was provoked, but I think you know, just letting it go might have been the better choice.
Ernie, were you ticked off that Ryan didn't throw you any touchdown passes?
No, I don't expect none of that.
Overall, what adjustments did you guys make at halftime in terms of, I mean, everyone talked about the offense exploded in the second half, but you guys did a nice job and gave them the opportunity to do it.
It was just about us coming out and playing to our potential, and that's kind of what Coach Hoke talked about at half. And his defense, going back to the BYU game, we had got punched in the mouth for 6 straight quarters and hadn't done nothing. And it was our time to step up, and we knew the offense was going to be able to get on a roll if we were able to do our job. So it was on us to kind of pick up the pace and set the tone for the game, and we tried to do that. So.
How much does the defense feed off of what the offense does? I mean, they put together 5 straight touchdowns, that's 3 of them for 80 yards or more. Gives you guys time to rest a little bit. When the offense gets rolling, does the defense feel that?
Yeah, it definitely helps because you love seeing your brothers succeed, and that's what it is about for us. I mean, and them killing time off the clock definitely does help us, but it's more about us seeing them succeed and doing their job, and it pushes us to. We don't want to let them down since they're doing their job, so that's what really pushes us.
Marco, when you came out for the second half and Vincent Brown wasn't out there, did you think that you were going to face some different coverages from them, being as perhaps after you caught 7 in the first half, that they would try to take you away in the second half? Did they do anything different against you in the second half? Because it really didn't look like they did. Either that or you were just beating everybody so bad.
No, well, that was that was the result of practice, you know, executing the plays that were called, you know, good protection, like Ryan said. Our line stepped it up a lot. And Brandon Sullivan, you know, he's great in the pass protection. So, you know, just us working hard, that's what the result of the touchdowns were.
They were double-teaming Vincent in the first half, at least when I watched. Everywhere he went, there was 2 guys around. I figured maybe once he came out of the game, they might do the same to you. It didn't look like they did that.
Well, Nico Sandifer stepped in, you know, and did a good job, you know, playing on the other side. So I believe that, you know, if they were to double team me, you know, he would have had the same result.
Ryan, you face a linebacker this week who's the leading tackler in the country. Obviously, he's from a Rocky Long style of defense. You guys have some familiarity with that. How much did you see what Rocky does during preseason camp when you guys were going against defense in full spot? Do you have an idea of what they're going to be doing before you look at film?
You know, I mean, they got a little bit. Their defense has definitely changed with their new staff. I think that schematically they do a lot of different things. But you know, just seeing the attitude that Coach Long had there, You can kind of tell how guys play, and they're real aggressive. And I think, obviously there's some turnover from that. They got some good talent on the defensive side of the ball, and we'll look to Coach Borges will dial up a good game plan, and we'll just look to execute.
Ryan, does the score of last year's game motivate you at all?
I think, obviously it was embarrassing, but this is a new year, and you take it for what it is in positive motivation that you can to come out and practice and do your best and work hard and be ready for Saturday. But I think when it comes down to it and Saturday rolls around, it's the 2009 season, and we just got to go play another game.
Or you can imagine that motivation might be more so though on the defensive side of the ball, right? Given what Mexico did last year.
Yeah, but it's like how Ryan said, it is what it is of last year, and we're just a different team. It's not the same team that we had last year, and we just really got to look for it. And we're a different team, and they're a different team, so we can't really use that as anything. Yeah, it was embarrassing, like Ryan said, but you just use it as it just is what it is, and you just got to look at this week just like any other week, and it's a work week. So.
You say it's a different team. Is that more personnel or more effort?
Both. Just for both teams. It's just coaches, different style of coaching. They still got the same personnel. They're still very talented. They're a talented team. Their record doesn't really speak for much, and it might be a little, misleading because they're a talented team on both sides of the ball. So we're gonna have to come with it.
Brian, I know you guys are coached not to put any bulletin board material up, and I understand that. But can you at least speak to the amount of confidence that you guys must have this week as opposed to before the Colorado State game? A performance like that has to at least get you guys feeling confident about what you're doing, and also understanding that this team really, truly is headed in the right direction.
I think offensively, when you put two games, or at least the second half of BYU, two games together like that you're pretty productive. It's encouraging to know that the work you've been putting in is starting to pay off and starting to pay dividends. So I think, I guess in a sense, the confidence in that point, we're feeling pretty good. But I think as a team, we know we've still got a ways to go. We know there's still a lot of things we can improve on. And we still, I think, haven't put a full game together. I think this last game, the second half was great and an awesome team effort. But, if we would have played a great first half, we wouldn't have needed it. And we wouldn't have needed the surge in the second half to win the game. So I think we're just looking to play better than we played all year this next week and just put a full game together.
Mark, was there anything fundamentally that you guys did different last week in practice to address the issue of drops? Or was it one of those things where people kept talking about drops, so you were thinking about drops, and then you would drop the ball and not intend to? Or did you guys address it from a fundamental standpoint?
In the wideout room, we addressed it. Coach Mack, he brought to our attention that we were dropping a lot of balls, and that, among other things that that was one of the things we need to work on for this next coming up week.
What did you fix in practice? Was there extra drills?
Just looking it in, just concentrating more, being focused more, not a lot of talking going on anymore. Not that there was before, but just things. He kind of cracked down on us, on the receivers.
Marco, how do you explain 70-7 last year? How does that happen?
I know that's one of those things in football. Like, you turn the screen and that's why you're so surprised, because that normally doesn't happen in games. That's just motivation for us to work harder this week.